Let's give it a pull. Oh, look at that. Today in the wood yard, the rest of this pile is gonna die. Here we go. So yesterday I split most of what you see back over here, and my plan was this morning was to get up early enough that I could beat the heat and I could go cut on that pile of cherry over there, but that did not happen. I had some other stuff I had to do this morning. I had two jobs that came up I had to get done. So it's already the afternoon now. So no cutting is gonna happen today because it's still about 90 degrees today. So what I'm going to do is I am going to start up the splitter and I'm going to split the rest of what's right back here, and I think there's a couple big chunks in there that are going to need the single wedge, so I'll be taking out the 4-way wedge when I get to the tough stuff. And then I've got these right here. These are all some nasties right here that I'm going to be splitting with the single wedge, which you see right there. And that is the way that for me works the best, to get all the easy stuff done with the 4-way where I can do multiple splits. And then when I get to the stuff that's really tough, the bigger ones, or the crotches, or where there's splits and things like that, or limbs coming out, that's when I like to use my single wedge. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna get to splitting right now. I am done with the splitting of the easy stuff, and now all I got left is the nasties. So there they are. I got them right over here. I'm just going to roll them. I'm going to roll them around this way because I want the split pieces to go right here because it's going to be stacked right in there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take out my tuning fork, my 4-way wedge. I'm going to take that out and I'm going to put in my single way. So you're going to get to see me doing that right now. Well, here I am underneath my splitter. It is an Ultra, for those of you that want to know. It's the Eastonmade Ultra. It's their most affordable splitter, or cheapest, or I don't know, whatever you want to call it. So first thing you do is you pull this pin, then you pull this pin, which I got to get upside to do that. So come up here, and this is going to drop down when I pull that one out. So I guess I'll just have you guys sit right here and you can watch it fall down when I lift it. See if I can get this to stay here. Here we go. And the easiest way to do this is to shove a chunk of wood underneath it. That looks like it'll fit. And then I'm going to yank the pin. Except we want to keep that up. There, we're just going to wedge it in there a little bit. There we go. So there's the pin. That's what holds the whole thing in place. And oops, I got to put that back on. So I'll just leave that sit here. And then what I have found, the easiest way is to just lift this thing straight up. And what works best is if you're really strong, you can just curl it straight up. I'm not very strong, I'm kind of weak. So a lot of times what I do is I stand right up here on the table and I just lift it straight up. So we'll see what I can get done if I can lift it up without having to stand on the table. And this is also the way you adjust it, by the way. You just have different blocks I put under there for adjusting it. So, ooh, she's in there tight. So it's gonna have to go all the way down, then up. Oops, caught ya. Try that again. Okay, so what has happened is I've used this so long in this position, there's a ton of debris built up down inside of here that's got down in there, so it's actually holding it. Because it normally would just drop right down. So I'll see if I can give it a few taps here and see if we can get it to go down. Does not want to go down. See if I can get it to go up. It's going up slowly. So it must be that much debris, it's just holding it. So I'm gonna pound some more. Wow, that is really wedged in there. You can see all the dirt. There's just a ton of dirt right in here on both sides. All the way around the whole wedge, there's just dirt coming out. So that's what it is, that's what's holding it in there. So I think if I go up a little more and then maybe back down, I can loosen it up. Woo! She does not want to go. That is just full of dirt. I can see it coming out the bottom there. So you can see all this is, it's just, yeah, it's dirt. It's not bark. It's actual sand and debris. So I guess I gotta see if I can go up a little bit now. The bottom stuff's starting to fall out, I can see. Huh. That is just packed in there, I can see it. There's like a little opening right where the wedge is going down. It's just solid dirt. So I got it somewhat loose. So I might have to actually jack it. Oh, Yeah, that's probably what I might have to do. She doesn't want to pop out, that's for sure. It is tight. Oh. Huh. Well, I think I'm going to keep pounding up, except I'm going to put some earplugs in. My ears are ringing from pounding on this large tuning fork. I think once I get most of it cleared out, it'll probably just drop right down on me. Oh, it's actually stuck. It's like cemented right on there. Oh, there she's starting to loosen up. I can see it. Yeah, actual chunks of oily dirt coming out. I go down below and see if I can work it from down below and kind of drill it out with the screwdriver. Oh yeah, I can see all kinds of dirt there. Got a big wad out. Time for some more pounding. Just gonna keep pounding it up. I'm working up a sweat. Just trying to change the wedge. And I know it's all you were gonna say. Oh, see? You should have the one with the adjustable power with the hydraulic wedge. Yeah, probably should. But there's the bottom of the wedge. You can see it's starting to come up now. So you've got to be getting close to the dirt being done. That's what's holding it in. If I go back down, that would clear it. I hate to do that though and start all over again. Yeah, it's just like cemented right on there. I think if I've rammed it with a piece of wood, I could maybe wiggle it because it's real tight up there now. Huh. Well, I'm going to make a little mess here. I'm going to give it a little lubrication. I'm going to shoot a little oil right in there. Let's see what that does. It's not draining down. It's not even coming down. There's so much dirt in there. It's just holding. Okay, so no, I am going to stand up on the table. I tried lifting it without getting up on the table. Can't do it, too weak. It's heavy. So this is where a lot of you guys are going to say, oh, you should have your tractor. You could just lift it right out of there. It's coming this week. Yes, it is. So here we go. I'm going to hop up here. You get to look at my nice outfit. Oh, it's still tight. Huh. Oh. Let's see what the problem is. There's chunks of dirt on there yet. Oh, I got a little bit of a flare problem. I was afraid of that. It's turning out to be a ridiculous project. Just because I haven't changed the wedge in forever and it's all stuck in there. So I'm going to show you what's happening here. So when I get to where I'm lifting it, right here, I got a little flare from where I was hitting right there. And right here's a little bit. So now I got to pound it right here on both sides and see if I can get that flare out that's right on there. That's where it's catching. That sucks. Working on it, and I got it up about as high as I can pull it. And something kind of funny happened. Well, I've been squirting oil in there, and this is just like dirt mixed in with the oil. That's what's coming up. So I'm going to keep cleaning this off, and I think eventually I can work it loose. But look at this. This was inside of there. That little nail was down over on this side, and it popped out. And I think that nail was acting like a cotter pin, holding it in place. Or key pin, whatever. Key. That's it. Something like that. He was keeping it in there. So I'm going to yank up and down on it a few times now and see what happens. I got about as high as I can get it. So I'm going to go get some wipes. I'm going to wipe all this off and just keep working on it now. So I'll be right back. 20 minutes into the project. So I got it. I can lift it all the way up, all the way down, except I can't get it to clear because of the flare that I've got right here from pounding on it. I can actually feel it flares out right there. And that's where it's getting caught, right? And this corner specifically here is good. The other side is good. Here's fine. It's just from this back corner where I was hitting it. So I brought up my Dremel. So I'm going to grind this right through here in the back, just that little bit. And I think I can loosen it up. So we're going to give it a whirl right now. Okay, here we go. I'm going to give it a try. I'm going to see if I can lift it up out of there now that I ground off some of that flare I created by pounding on it with the maul. I think it'll come out. We'll see. If not, we'll grind a little more. Oh, still stuck. Huh, it's really stuck. So I think I got it probably part of the way. Oh, still a lot of dirt in there. Let's see. Get the rag here and wipe off some more of the crust that came out. Yeah, there's a lot of dirt. I mean, it's actually chunks of dirt coming out. Still. I think that's probably part of it, is that I've got a bunch of dirt still wedged in there. I'll floss it here. Yeah, there's still lots of chunks in there. Oh, she's wedged good now. Okay. I can see down through the hole there, so I mean, we're getting somewhere. I'm going to squirt a little bit more oil in there so I can get some of the sludge to flow out. Yeah, there's a hole straight down in there. yeah, dirt's just flowing out now. Here, I'll take you down there so you can see. Okay, I think I'm on about a half an hour now. This is ridiculous. So you can see the mud just flowing out of there. Come over on this side and just see it. I mean, it's actual dirt. It's like a river of oily dirt coming out. So it's going to keep washing it with some oil and then work on that flare a little bit more. That's about all I can do. All right, we're back on. I just ground off a little bit more off the bottom, and I squirted some more oil in there, lifted it up, put it back down, and here I'll show you what's coming out. It's these chunks like this. It's actual chunks of dirt that are just wedged in there. These chunks are coming out, and I've got, I don't know, a handful of them so far. And when it comes up, they're up in the top edge there, and I'm gradually working them all out now. So obviously the lesson is that you need to take it off every once in a while and clean it out. But I haven't changed this wedge in, boy, let's see, 1, 2, 3, probably 4 truckloads of wood I've split with this. No more than that, because I did a bunch of free stuff too, maybe 5 truckloads. So maybe every truckload you lift it out, clean it off, put it back in. So I think I can get it out now, because I ground off a whole bunch more in the bottom where the flare was happening. So let's give it a pull. Oh, look at that. She's out. Yep, a little bit extra grinding I did on the bottom there helped that, because it was from pounding at it, it was kind of flared. But yeah, she's pretty nasty and dirty. So yeah, this is, I've been cleaning all this stuff off every time I go up and down. So it's literally just dirt is what it is that was holding it in there. And plus from the pounding that I did, which I had to do to get it to loosen up. Yeah, it's pretty caked on, as you can see. Yeah, there. Well, it's cleaned off now. Let's see what's down inside the hole. Yeah, I'm gonna have to shove a rag down in there. I'll bring you guys over so you can see down inside of there how much dirt was inside of there. And chunks have been falling out as I'm pounding and stuff. I'm getting chunks falling down through here. So there you can see inside, it's still got a lot of dirt in there. So I'm gonna ram a rag down in and pull it out a few times and get all this crusty stuff out. So we're gonna do that right now. Would be a good time. See, yeah, look at all the chunks that are coming out of there. There we go. I'll do that a few times. Just kind of ram it in there. Shove it out the bottom. Pull it out the bottom if I can get in there. Yeah, I can just feel all kinds of chunks coming out as I pull it down. The worst of it is actually up in this end. Yeah, I can just feel it and just crust down to scrape that out. I'm gonna grab my screwdriver thingy. Oh yeah, it's just all gummed up in there. Yeah, there's a whole bunch of chunks coming out. So as you guys know, I am not afraid to admit, I am not a mechanic. I am not a service technician. I just like to use stuff, but I know sometimes you gotta do some maintenance, and obviously now I know. Take the wedge off every once in a while and clean out the garbage. There we go, it's pretty clean now. So yeah, she was nasty. It was time for a cleaning. So now I'm gonna put in the single wedge. I clean up first. So here's the single wedge, and this will just drop right in. And there's a button over on this side welded on so it can't drop all the way through. So then I just go down below and I lift it up and shove the pin in, put the other pin in. So I kind of get it to where I think it's got to be. Hey, it looks like it right there. Perfect. There we go. Now she's in. This one's a little easier to handle because it's lighter. This one only weighs maybe, I don't know, 30 pounds. I'm just guessing. I don't know. Whereas the other one weighs 50. I don't know. It's heavy. Not nearly as heavy as some of the big heavy wedges that are on the 511 or the 1222. Those are really big. So now I am going to start up the machine again, and we're going to split these bad boys right here. So it's splitting time again. So there it is. The nasties are done. A four-way is great, but not when it's crotches. Even if you got a real powerful splitter, you're still going to have some problems forcing them through. I'm sure you can do it with the really big ones, but an average splitter, single wedge is better. Now, some of you are thinking, why would you even waste time on that? Because it's here, because I cut it. Some guys will leave those in the woods, but for those of you that heat with wood, this is going to be nothing new to you. This will be new to people maybe that don't heat with wood. That's the best stuff there is. Where there's crotches and where you get a branch come in like this stuff is unbelievably hot burning because the grain is so tight on it, where the tree is trying to hang on to that branch and the branch is trying to hang on to the tree. This is the hottest burning stuff there is when it comes to wood. So that's the good stuff. That's the stuff you should keep for yourself if you're heating. So anyway, it is done. That is it. Complete. Now all that has to happen is stacking, and that can start tomorrow, next day, whenever. I throw in my big chunks over here. This also is going to be some really good burning stuff where it's super tight grain, as you can see there, because it's the crotches. When you get the stuff that comes at an angle like that, that stuff will burn just like coal. So it'll be good stuff. So that is it for today. That was an adventure. It took 45 minutes longer than it should have just to change a stinking wedge out, but it's done, and now I know in the future, pull it out once in a while and clean it. So that's it for today, folks. Come back tomorrow. Tomorrow I have a surprise. Yes, I bought something that you've been telling me for a long time to get, and tomorrow you're going to get to see it. You should come back. I'll be here. You should be here. It'll be fun. Between now and then, get outside, get cutting. Good night, Irene.